Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a chest plate that is turning the Fallout community on end. It's a very unique chest plate with a very unique way of getting it that may make Civil Engineer, Secret Service, and other armors no longer the meta. It also may make through hikers no longer the meta, so you're definitely going to want to stay and check out this one. I'll show you guys how to get it, where to get it, and what the best mods and build to use for it is. But yeah, let's get right into the video, guys. So first, let's start off the video by discussing what you're even looking for, and that would be the Heavy Rage. So you can obtain this by completing the nuke event Earle. So you nuke the Monongah mine and Earle will spawn, and once you complete him, there will be a very slim chance that you can get one of these. There's 3 different ones that you can get. One is the heavy, the medium, and the light rage armor. So this is a raider piece, so you will also need the matching raider other stuff. But yeah, you guys can see how what the stars on it and the unique 4-star mod, if you want to call it. This is what we're going to be talking about, and we're going to go into the build on it in a bit. But yes, this is what we're looking for. So let's discuss where you're supposed to nuke to even get Earle. So here on the map, if you nuke this mine, you will spawn the Colossal Problem public event. Once you've done that, you can join this public event and have a chance at this rare chest piece. All you'll have to do is drop down this hole and defeat Earle. So let's go do that. Now what I like to do after Earle's defeated is just take out some of these Wendigos. They do make for great scrap. But we will have to try and exit the mine in a short bit, or it will collapse on us. So once you've exited, there's a very slim chance that you will get the armor that you are looking for. Sadly, it does not look like I got it this time. But yeah, guys, this is what you're looking for, and you get this by completing the event, the Colossal Problem. Alright guys, before we get into the build, first I gotta show you how this even works, because it is a bit complicated, but with this explanation you should be able to figure it out pretty easy. So we're actually gonna need a thirst zapper. If you're not sure how to get that, you can actually come here on the map to Nuke a World, and with the tickets that you get from completing different Nuke a World events like Most Wanted or the Tunnel of Love, or Spin the Wheel, you can get this by purchasing it. The Thirst Zapper. And if you purchase enough and you scrap enough, you can learn the mod, but right now we just need one. And we just need it to be a squirt gun. We just need, doesn't matter. The mods that I have on mine, it does not matter, but I have medics so I can heal NPCs while we're doing public events, and intelligence. But yeah, again, it does not matter. But what we're going to do is we're going to look down at the ground, and we're going to take this combat knife, and as you can see, we have 100 damage flat. So if we shoot our ground and we hit, you see how we took damage and we went backwards? So we want to do that twice. The second time is kind of hard. There. Now, if we look, our combat knife is up to 111 damage. So that is because of the armor that we have on. It does a percentage. So I wanted to show you guys what it would do with the gun we're using. So this is at 1246 with the Heavy Rage cage on. So if we hit ourselves twice, so there's one. And again, the second time's a little bit harder to get the knockback. There's 2. Now our Deathclaw Gauntlet, as you can see, almost does 4,000 damage. So you can see how good this actually is. We just went up almost like plus whatever. I'll do the math and I'll put it on screen. But that's how much we went up from just having this chest plate on and taking that little bit of damage. So with all that being said, with the percentage and how to do it, let me go into more detail on it. First off, to do this, you have to not be on pacifist mode. You have to have pacifist mode off. So that is the one downside, because you have to be able to hit yourself. And if you're on pacifist mode, you cannot do that. A second thing I will add is it seems like the 2 knockbacks that you take is the max. You cannot, like, you can do 3, but it will not add more damage or more whatever. And the last thing I will add is it's based on how many times you get hit and not so much the damage. Like, the damage part does not matter, it's just how many times you get hit. So, with that being said, the best option is melee. Melee with this is going to be very strong, and so let's get into my melee build that I have. So yeah guys, let's get into the build now. So here are the special points that I have for this build. Now, I will say you guys can change this build to your liking. You do not have to have a melee. I just personally think that a melee with this chest plate is going to be the best. But here is the build that I have. As you can see, I have Traveling Pharmacy and Through Hikers, because we're not going to have a full set of it, because we cannot change the perks of our chest plate. We cannot put another Through Hikers on our chest plate. So we're going to be using a different 3-star, which I will get in. I will show you guys in a second. But yeah, so we just have a bunch of different melee builds, or melee perk cards, ironclad, and we have a lot into charisma, as you can see, because there's not as many good things in intelligence and perception when you're running melee. But you guys, like I said, you can change this and play how you would like. And here are all my perk cards. I'd like to try to get this up to a 4-star, but this is what I'm using as of right now. Taking one for the team because, of course, we're going to want to be getting hit, like I said, to be activating the more damage. But yeah, let's get into the weapon we will be using. So before we talk about the main gun I will be using, I will add that this is a decent option because it is kind of broken right now. With this build, you can use the broken chainsaw. If you guys didn't know, that the chainsaw is kind of broken right now. It's doing a stupid amount of damage, but it breaks almost instantly. You can use polished as a 4-star, but with how fast it breaks, you maybe want to use another thing. I just haven't put a 4-star on this because I have just been testing it, and I don't want to waste a 4-star on something I'm testing. But yeah, you can use chainsaw if you guys want. But yeah guys, let's talk about the Deathclaw Gauntlet. This is what the thing I will be using the most, and these are all of the stuff I have. So I have Furious, Crippling, Strength, and Fractioners with the extra claw, and you can see that how much damage this is doing, and I don't even have the buff of getting hit on because of the chest plate right now. This would be doing so much more damage. Alright, and finally let's talk about the armor. Obviously we have this chest plate, and it is the Raider, so we need heavy Raider. Now if it's medium, then we would boot medium, or light, and we would have vice versa. But another thing that we want is the Marine Wetsuit to prevent us from getting waterborne hazards, and we're going to have the Marine Style, which gives +4 strength, +3 endurance, and +3 agility. Strength so we do more damage, and all of that. And then the protective lining for more resistances. But yes, the big part. Because we do not have through hikers 3-star, we are going to use active. Now this mod is very hard to obtain, but it is amazing. It increases your AP by 20. We are going to never run out of AP with this, guys. This is just a perfect AP build for melee. If you guys want to use this for anything, like gun-wise, make sure to have active, because like I said, you have to have 5 through hikers, but you cannot change this one out. So you have to have all of these. You cannot change the legendary effects. But yeah, besides active, we are also going to have +2 strength to do more melee damage, and through hikers, because of how strong through hikers is and how much health it gives you. And then we're going to have Petrest and Ultralight. So we're also going to have even more AP. This is just going to be such a strong AP melee damage. We're just never going to run out of anything that we need. Now finally, let's get into the buffs. Starting with your mutations. We've got Adrenal Reaction, Bird Bones, Carnivore, Electrical Charge, Grounded, Healing Factor, Herd Mentality, Marsupial, Scaly Skin, Speed Demon, Twisted Muscles, and Unstoppable Isotopes. Alongside of that, we can also use Psycho Buff, Grognak the Barbarian for more melee damage for 30 minutes, and the melee bobblehead, which we can also do more damage with for 1 hour. We can also use some other buffs, food related, depending on if you're a carnivore or herbivore, that give more strength. Because the more strength you have, the more damage you guys will do with this melee build. But yeah, guys, let's show you what this can do. So first, let's do the activation of the chest plate. And again, the second one always takes a second. And make sure, like I said, to not be on Pacifist mode, because Pacifist mode does not work in this. As you can see, it almost one-shots them, just not even a hard hitting. Hard hitting absolutely one-shots them. And only buff I have on right now, guys, is Psycho. I don't even have anything special like any food buffs that make melee damage do more, or the bobbleheads or magazine. But yeah, as you can see, this is a very strong option for anything, including guns or whatever you want to use. Just because I'm using a melee build does not mean you guys have to use a melee build. Also, if you guys want to use a melee build, that does not mean you have to use this Deathclaw Gauntlet. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to give a big shout out to my buddies Drac and JCB for helping me make this build. They helped me get the mods for everything and just helped me make the build, so I wanted to give them a shout out. Their stuff will be linked in the description, of course. But with that said, guys, I hope everybody enjoyed their time watching. If you're interested in the Twitch streams, I stream Monday through Friday. I give away leader bobbleheads every single hour, so definitely come check it out whenever you have time. The link will be also in the description. But yeah, I hope everybody has an amazing time. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments, and have an amazing rest of your day. Peace out.